Well, I learned to weld from my dad, who had a welding shop when I was young. And so it was just something we played with. And I never liked doing it when I was little, or I liked it at first, but then when it became work, it wasn't so fun anymore. Well, he had a welding shop and then a water well drilling business, where you did a lot of welding also. So they built their own rig, and it was a family business, worked year round. You know, when I was growing up, you're working class, that art stuff is just, that's just something you might do on the side, but it's not taken seriously by any means, maybe still. Lenny Kessel, yeah, my inspiration. In talking to him, discovered that I could weld. Well, he immediately seized upon that as someone to help him build some sculptures. He was my mentor and teacher, and so he constantly was feeding information and pictures and theories, you know. He's the one that actually got me doing metal sculpture, just because while I was waiting for him to decide what to do next, he encouraged me to go ahead and do something myself. So I did.
I just organized it, made it happen. I was the make it happen kind of person. Found the art and contacted very amazing people who were willing to go along with it, and stayed with it from beginning till end until it actually was, like you're saying, coming in the ground, and made sure it's happening.
Did you find Dave?
I found Dave because Lenny Kessel always invited us to come and see what's on his yard, and that's how it happened. We just went down to his yard and found these beautiful sculptures and contacted David, and he was gracious enough to say, yeah, why not? So that's how it happened. I love David's work. I'd like to see more, down here. I'd like to see a whole garden downtown. I think he's very talented and the work is delightful.
Be nice to, to have some recognition, but to be famous would be terrible, I think. I don't know. Just dealing with public or all stupid things like that. I mean, just doing this interview ain't, just not that kind of thing, Yeah, I don't know if there's a favorite part. Just when you're working, you kind of get tied up in it and kind of forget about your troubles and stuff, Got something to do that occupies your mind and keeps you from the little worry cycle that most kind of is part of life. At first it was just kind of doing little collage things, and then after a while you start getting some general ideas of where you want to go, because it usually doesn't work out exactly right. It kind of progresses as you go, depending on what materials you have, and your ideas change and evolve. That's the fun part about it, is letting it evolve on its own instead of having a predetermined thing. You're just going to build it, and that's it, that's all right. I mean, I like that one. That was probably one of the first ones I did that I really liked myself. But, you know, I like some other ones better than that. No, I mean, I still like that one. Briefly, I guess it's mainly, you know, the sword of Damocles. The original story was Damocles had a servant who worshipped him, wanted to do it. You know, all he did was devote his life to this guy, so that he took his sword and suspended it by a horsehair over a chair and made his servant sit in the chair and told him, see, if that horsehair breaks and that sword falls, you're dead. Life is fragile, so you got to live for yourself a little bit. Don't just do everything for me all the time, you know. And basically the story is, you know, life is fragile, could end at any time, so go out and do something.